Oof. Yeah, we're back at it again with this little guy right here. We got Stitch. Uh, I've been asked to draw Stitch like what twice, three times maybe. Um, I don't remember. I think my favorite one is I can't remember which one. My mind is drawing a blank because I've drawn so many at this point. I think I'm at like unofficially I'm at like 160 or something like that, but officially I'm at like I don't know, like 65 is because of like what's already pre-recorded and all that. Cause that's how I measure it, like 65 or whatever. I mean, officially, I'm even lower than that. But I know for a fact there's over like 100 drawings or whatever. Like 700 was supposed to be the goal, and the fact that I was approaching on it way faster than the time scale was scary for me personally. I just saying there's something about a number that that kind of, especially a big number like that, is something that you don't think would approach ever, and you're about to hit it like immediately, and that's I don't know, that's kind of a scary concept to me. But I don't know. But man, I love this guy. I'm not gonna lie. I like when I first like everybody was like, "Oh, you gotta watch this movie Stitch or whatever." When I was a kid, and I was like, I'm not a big Disney fan, but man, this guy got me back into Disney. I can't front. Like the way that this guy like was there any? I think the major problem that I have with most Disney films is the singing. I hate when people just bust out into song for no damn reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just talk to like I get the appeal to other people, but like that's just not my thing. I like when you start busting out into song. You know what I'm saying? To express your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like it just in a real world situation that like that's just I guess how the kids say cringe or whatever, and I'm just not about that cringe. Like, but whatever. But I loved everything about Stitch. The fact that he what's what I'm looking for. The fact that he's like this criminal, like he's technically a criminal. Like, well, he's not really a criminal. He was just like a Frankenstein monster that everybody just immediately labeled as a monster, and like the way it was like kind of wholesome about it, and the fact that he was like he just played into his role as a criminal, and like his intelligence level was way above what it was supposed to be, or I won't say it's supposed to be, but like the fact that like he's just I feel like today people making these characters are like they're trying to make their characters the strongest there is, like the most durable, all this extra stuff, and it kind of like it takes away from like the whole what's what I'm looking for danger aspect. Like the more stronger your character is, like the more durable that they are. Like if you have like something like Wolverine or something like that, and you just have like a healing factor, or they just can't be hurt, it automatically takes away from like there's an appeal to it, but then like it just automatically takes away. I watched One Punch Man, and like the first couple of episodes, I was bored out of my goddamn mind. I was just like, the animation's cool, but like, I already like, where do you go with this character? Like, I mean, you've already established that like he can't be hurt, and I mean, I think the one thing One Punch Man does that like keeps everybody's interest, or keeps the interest, is like they don't focus on Saitama. Like he's kind of like Goku. Like he just pops up at the end and then ends it after everybody was struggling and whatnot. It becomes more about like the normal struggle to be relevant when there's a superhero that can literally do whatever say. So like that's what I personally see as the appeal of those type of things. But yeah, no, but I mean, Stitch was like a genius. He was a menace. He was almost indestructible, and I mean, like, where do you go from there? Like, there's literally like all you could do is just like hold him. That's like the worst thing you could do to him. Like, just capture him and hold him. Like, that's it. There's no, you can't destroy the guy. Like, he's immortal, so, or indestructible. So yeah, still cute. Still cute character though. Still love it. Still love everything about this little guy. I mean, the color of blue that he is phenomenal, and his behavior, his mannerisms, how he like tries to be a dog when he shouldn't even know the concept of the animal. he automatically like just takes on this role of dog. And like, how does he really, like, you know what I'm saying, like the fact that he at any point in time he could just, yeah. The crazy thing though is like, uh, how does he, like, how does no one understand like him? Like he seems to be talking in like almost like, you know what I'm saying, broken English, and yet like people still don't understand him or whatever. But he could understand everybody so perfectly well. I think if there was like a huge language barrier, like that probably would have been like a lot better. Like, I mean, the fact that he learned English, like he picked up English like immediately. You know, like, even English concepts like ohana. You know what I'm saying, that was. I mean, he is intelligent, so I guess that answers my question on that. But whatever, I personally would have liked to see him develop a little bit slower. I mean, they only had like one film. See, that's the problem too with certain things like that. When you have like one, like a certain time limit to tell a story, you gotta speed things up. Yeah, I understand that. You just got to. You just have to. Hmm. But what really is a Stitch? Wait, there's a TV show like Stitch and his cousins and whatnot. I don't remember the actual name of it, but it was actually pretty like it was interesting. But then when you start saying like, oh, he has all these cousins and stuff like that, it's like okay. But then I mean, like it got really weird when the girl cousin came in because I don't remember that episode, but I think people were like, because I remember my friends talking about it, and then just like they were like in love or something like that, where he liked her. Like, wait, that's technically your cousin. Like, I mean, I can understand if they said like, oh, they were all just creations, but it's like cousins. No, actually, no. I think the girl classified them as cousins, and that's what they just went with. Now I think about it. But once again, this is a while ago, so I could be getting this immensely wrong. I'm not the most quote unquote tactile tactician when it comes to remembering and like characters, like especially cartoon characters or events like this or whatever. But man, a lot of this stuff is yeah, a little cringeworthy. Like when you put into context, like, you know what I'm saying, like, because I mean, okay, realistically though, like we're all like every human together combined is like distant cousins of each other. So I mean, if you look at it on that aspect, then I mean everything seems to be checking out okay. It's still in the realm of social acceptability. But man, that is that's a crazy concept though. You know what? Like, wasn't there one that could like talk like perfectly? Like it was like yellow or something like that. I can't. I remember like this yellow one that just like kept talking like, but he was working for the bad guy, or technically not the bad guy, the bounty hunter. And like what classified him as the villain was that he was trying to protect, you know, humanity from this little monster that is like, you know, a known thief in the galaxy just because he had like a change of heart. Like I don't know, like it's like certain stories is like, all right, when you really look at it, it's just like, yo, who's really the villain here? Because like honestly though, like if this guy came to like to your planet after he just like, you know, went on a killing spree and all this extra stuff, and some dude, like some bounty hunter is kind of like coming after him, like wouldn't you turn this little guy into yourself? Like I don't know, if you knew like the situation, I would, like if somebody came to me and was like, yo, your dog is like a mass murderer, I'd be like, first I would have questions like, can you prove this? Like where's your evidence? And then yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a different breed, and maybe I'm a moronic, and I just don't need to shut the hell up, which is probably go, you know, whatever. But it's at the end of the video again. So like, subscribe, comment if you want to. It's all good. If you would do me so kindly to check out the Patreon, we've got free comics up under. It's all free. Most of the things I do up under is free. So if you want to like to donate, maybe like one, maybe two, maybe $5, like, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna stop you. You know what I'm saying? Do 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 do